Hey, I'm trying something new with this one. I feel like I kind of say that every time I make something. Maybe that's just because like everything I'm doing is trying something new. As far as like with this talking to the camera thing, or even like making stuff in school. This in particular, I'm making this because it's January 1st. I wanted to do something kind of a little bit more ambitious, kind of like a time capsule recap of everything put together, so I could watch in the future. Being home for the holidays, that kind of made it a little difficult to make, so I wasn't gonna do anything, but last minute I had to throw something together because I got this thing itching my brain. Nearly a year ago, I picked up this camera and went out into some snow with Claire. We shot a little cinematic short thing in -6 degrees. We came back and ended up editing that together to still probably one of my favorite things that we've made together, and I uploaded it just for fun. And since then, I think I've become more attached to documenting myself, or making stories and making little videos about like my process and ideas that I have and like what I'm creating and how I'm creating, and I just am fascinated with the idea of documenting that process and what I'm thinking at this point in my life. I wanted to make something for myself a year from now, January 1st, 2020. I want to come back and watch this again and be like, wow, why did I think that? Like, those things are going on, like, it's crazy. So without further ado, dear future me. Dude, that's exactly how you thought. Like, I would say that too, probably. Like, if you made another one for yourself in the future, that's probably how you would start it. You should make another one. If you see this and it lasts, you should. It's a busy one. A lot happened. This whole thing, that whole rig that you got, built from nothing this year. All the techniques and stuff you've learned. Think of your first year using Premiere and stuff. Like, that all happened within this year. Essentially, all I wanted to say was like, dude, I hope you have the same drive you had right now. The reason I'm making this video is to hopefully like do something when I have the urge to do something. Like, that's what this is about. I hope you did stuff when you had the urge to. Right now, you're still trying to figure out like how you want to make and how you want to create and like what you're gonna do with school stuff and this thing and like, but I hope maybe that's developed a little bit, and hopefully this is like a helping thing, maybe a way to keep myself accountable. Yeah, just do your thing, do the thing you want to do, keep yourself accountable, and kill it, dude. Like, you feel good when you do this stuff, so like, why wouldn't you just do as much as you can, right? Same with like the design stuff for school and everything. Like, just take the thing that you want to do and yeah. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm hoping, you know? Yeah, at this point in your life, you want to do as much of this as you can. You want to do as good in school as you can, and you're just really looking forward to it. So, by the time I see you next, it's really, like, it's weird enough talking to a camera by yourself, but it's really weird talking to yourself on a camera from yourself in the path to the future, right? Try it sometime, it's wild. Here's what I'm getting at with this. It doesn't matter what I say as much as it matters that I'm saying this. If it made it this far, if you're watching it, that's the point of this, right? That means it would have met the goal. That's the whole purpose of me sitting here right now. If it got this far to you, dude, I hope all the aspirations you had for yourself right now made it, or you still have and you're still working on at that point. You're working on it right now, but you sometimes get a little bit like overwhelmed or embarrassed, or just you find excuses not to do your thing. You know, this especially, but sometimes with design stuff, or just like not doing what you really want to do. So fuck that. Like, do it anyway. because you want to. I'm doing this because I want to. If it's this, if it's something else, whatever, like at that point, just do it. Right? Like I said, it matters that I'm doing this, not what I'm saying. I think, to me, like we know what we're talking about, right? I think just by seeing this, you'll understand. I hope it means as much to you now as it did here. And from January 1st, 2019 you to January 1st, 2020 you. Have a good one, bro. Make it count.